Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Expansion Pass here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, like today, Sunday, Eddie V. Joining me is Bro Him and best friend, the one, the only, Mr. Corey Dirrig.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm here again, as always. Yay!
We have a great topic for you guys. Me and Corey was talking about some games that haven't came to Switch, and I thought, what Wii U games haven't came to Switch, and what games, now that it's been 5 years, now that Nintendo Switch has been successful in most of its iterations, what games should be on this system?
That's an interesting topic you came up with there, Ed. So we were actually going to talk about this on the last episode, but we got so sidetracked with other things that we were just like, we should just move it to next week.
In other words, we had a regular Power Block episode where we just bring topics and discuss.
Yeah.
Unplanned topics, I should say.
Yeah. Also, sorry in advance if you hear my son crying, but we're going to push through. So, yay! Because you'll probably hear him. Because he just doesn't feel good. He's got an ear infection.
Oh.
And it's just, he's on the antibiotics, and it's like really messing up his stomach. It's just like, it's not good. And my wife is a trooper for obviously taking care of him while I'm doing this, which is maybe not the nicest thing of me to do, but shh. No, but anyways. Yeah, Wii U games, not on Switch. Haha. Ah!
For the audio listeners, they're like, wait, was this airtime?
Yeah. I'm talking. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if you didn't hear me or not. I was
you gave the facial look, and just like the audio listeners just like, what's going on? Well, you guys have to, you want to see the video early, want to see the faces, how we look, what's going on, you got to join us on Patreon.
It's true.
Just
you get the show 1 week early, as well as a plethora of other shows early. So
yes,
yeah, you get this show and the Boss Rush podcast a week early. You get After Dark and Standard Definition 2 weeks early. You're gonna get Crossroads a week early, or Crossroads Plus a week early. Not Crossroads proper. Crossroads. Telling you can do it for just $1. Also,
yes,
we're changing some things. We're changing some things on Patreon. So starting next episode of this show, we're going to start reading off our Patreon producers. So, because we have a few. So,
yes.
Yeah. Anyways. Wii U, guys. Wii U is a console that's out and gone.
It did 14 million. It had some great first party games. Some of them has come to Switch, but there has been some that haven't touched the Switch just yet. And
yeah, I want to ask you a question before we get into the games that should come to Switch. That, were on the Wii, that are still on the Wii U.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Wii U for a smidge, because we started Nintendo Power Block when the Wii U was at the height of its popularity.
Yes.
That was a joke, Ed. The Wii U was never popular. It was a joke, not popular. Don't defend it, Ed. As much as we love the Wii U, as much as I think it has the greatest Nintendo library of all time, for now, don't defend it. It was not popular. Not popular. 14 million units in 6 years is not a lot. Okay.
Hey, people were looking for it though.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. Once they, I mean, you're talking about when they stopped selling it. When they
when they stopped selling it, I was like, oh, Nintendo had another console besides the Switch? What came out before this contraption? No. I bought mine on launch day. I bought it with Mario and Darksiders 2 and Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed 3 and Nintendo Land and Zombie U. I bought like 10 games on launch day for that thing. I think I bought every game that was available at launch.
I remember getting it for my birthday, having Mario Brothers and get a Wind Waker and just building from there. Like literally, of course, most of the Nintendo games, and then when more indies were coming to Wii U, I was buying a lot of that, and I was still to this very day. I love that. I love the tablet. I love the Wii U controller because playing Bayonetta on there, Bayonetta 2, playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, watching Hulu and Netflix, and like play even some indie games on my screen and just having the headphones on it. And I was just like, man, this is something I wouldn't expect to be doing at my home. So yes, I could have taken it for a whole lot of places, but I really wasn't trying to take my Wii U anywhere else and stuff. I was just like, man, I'm able to hook it up if I'm somewhere in the kitchen or I'm somewhere where there's a lot of people and I don't feel like talking, I want to catch up on some things, I will cut on my Wii U and watch.
Yeah, I definitely had everything running through my Wii U, like Netflix and that kind of stuff. The Wii U was it was a nice little console. I still really like that console a lot. I hate the controller, right? Especially after the Wii U, especially after the Switch came out, right?
Yeah.
Like that controller just feels like a child's toy. But I will have to say, I do it with my Switch now. Like I loved playing on the tablet while I was watching TV. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I would have my Xbox One or I guess PlayStation 4 at the time because I got that first. But I would watch Netflix on it, or I guess Netflix was the only thing I had at the time. I would watch a lot of Netflix on my PlayStation while I was playing on my Wii U tablet. Like whether it was Wind Waker or I played a lot of Assassin's Creed 4 on that tablet. I put like 90 something hours into Assassin's Creed 4 because I did every. Well, no, it wasn't that much. It was like 60 something hours into Assassin's Creed 4. I literally did everything in that game, and I could. So, fun fact about Assassin's Creed 4 on the Wii U, right? There were missions that you had to do with friends, and I forget exactly what the kind of restrictions were, but the Wii U did not have multiplayer. So my percentage on that game is stuck at like 94.2% because I couldn't do the rest of the challenges because they didn't take the multiplayer challenges out of the Wii U version. They shipped it like that. And so, yeah, but I did everything else, which was awesome. What a great game that is, by the way. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Play it. It's good. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Yeah.
But man, I spent a lot of time on the Wii U, man. I played, and then like and that's obviously how Nintendo Power Block started. Was with the Wii U, and you and I, we were like the only people that were really excited about it. I think it was you, me, and we were in the IGN Nintendo, the NVC Facebook group, right? And
yes.
That's actually how we connected and became friends, was through that group. But rip Facebook groups, by the way. Man. But we really connected over the Wii U, and we connected with our love of that. And so, there weren't very many fan Nintendo podcasts at the time, right?
Right.
Obviously, Mark, who's at Secret Friends Unite now, was doing Warp Whistle with his brother, right? That was a pretty big one. And there's a couple other ones, but mostly it was just us and them and the big ones. So
yeah. Now you can find it into the podcast pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when a system becomes popular. But I mean, it's this show means a lot, and I think it means a lot because of our love for the Wii U.
Yes.
So I still really love that console. And the fact that like a lot of the games after like the first year or two, you could use that dumb Pro controller, which I still think is so stupid. Who puts 2 sticks at the top? Which I get it, right? Because Virtual Console is a big part of the Wii and the Wii U.
Yeah.
And a lot of the 2D games, right, had it made sense to put the face buttons and the D-pad on the same plane, but then at the same time you should have just made it like the PlayStation controller and not tried to be different, So
Nintendo's trying to be different.
Yeah, and guess what? It didn't work that time. Okay. Sometimes it works, right? The Wii, the Switch. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay. Like the Wii U. Doesn't work. So
hey.
Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD though.
Yes.
Favorite game on the Wii U, Ed?
Favorite game on the Wii U? Bayonetta 2.
Okay.
It's literally perfect. It's funny. Combos, like the frame rate doesn't really drop. The writing is hilarious, and just the combat is so deep and everything. Like it really showcased how Nintendo and Platinum work together. And I think we kind of outside of Wii U had that discussion about it feels like when companies work with Nintendo, their products that come after it sometimes like somehow improves. Like what they learn from Nintendo, they try to input in their later games and stuff. Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like Nintendo knows that quality, and they knows when it's just right, this is bringing the best out of that company.
Yeah.
Because I would have said Super Mario 3D World because good googly moogly, the level design in that game, Captain Toad just in that game, just the game is literally perfect. Like I wouldn't change anything they have done with that game. But I think I played Bayonetta 2 so much, and I love Breath of the Wild. I love a lot Super Mario
Brothers.
Because
you played Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Oh, Wii U, yeah.
I forgot. I keep forgetting that you did that for like the first year.
I couldn't get a Switch, so I ended up buying that game on Wii U so we could talk. And I remember buying my Switch copy and holding on to the. I was able to get the console and everything. But it was something about Bayonetta 2 was just literally perfect. Like even just playing the demo, I was staying. I think I stayed up like a whole 2 weeks trying to master stuff in that game, like back and forth.
Yeah. Man, there's so many games, cool games on the Wii U. Like, I think for me, the biggest games were Super Mario 3D World. Is like it's still like the best Mario game in my opinion.
Yes, yes, for sure. I fully agree with you.
It's still a 3D Mario game. It's the best. And it really like made me. Because as people who've been listening to us for a long time know that I'm not like the biggest Mario fan, right? I'm more of a I'm just not. I'm not a platforming guy. 3D Mario games don't really do it for me. I really actually think that New Super Mario Brothers Wii and Mario Brothers U are some of the best 2D Mario games hands down.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people didn't give New Super Mario Brothers U a chance until it came to the Switch because obviously it was on the Wii U and people didn't want to do that. But
and those Luigi's levels, they're challenging.
Yeah,
but good.
Yeah, and so, but when 3D World came out, it just like really did a lot for me. I really went all in on that game, and it was so much fun.
I didn't know how much I needed that cat power. It just,
Mm-hmm.
even though you were on a timer exploring the levels was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness, I don't need a timer on this game. I want to explore and find everything that I want.
Yeah.
And I would replay levels just to get everything.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know.
I really went back and did everything right, and so
Hmm.
man, that game is just top notch.
Yeah, and I'm still just I still keep my jaw agape every time I see Xenoblade Chronicles X in motion
Yeah,
because
that was
I'm
my
just like,
next game. That's the next game I was going to say because I figured it would lead us into our discussion. But yeah, keep going. Sorry.
it was I know the world, like when you're at, like the town and stuff, may seem a little bit basic, but going into the world, and it's just like, how are you running without slowing down? How do you have this expansive world that just feels alive and breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Like the combat is what it is, but like I will look into the background and I will see this big huge monster just moving, and I'm like, this game shouldn't be running like this. This should be stuttering everything. And to even have Monolith Soft be like, yeah, download the patch first, whether you buy it physical or digital, so that when you do get the game, you're ready to go. Still
Mm-hmm.
to this very day, don't know anyone who has done that. And it was just, it's just the game runs so buttery smooth, and I'm like, how? You guys are technical wizards on why this is happening.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, speaking of Xenoblade Chronicles X, that game was interesting because like the full game is on the disc, right? But
Mm-hmm.
they allowed you to download graphical packets from the
Yeah.
eShop, which was like the only game that did that to make it look, and it made it look better. It made the game run better. It cut down on load times. It was like it was like 19 gigs of packets that you could download, which the internal hard drive on the Wii U, I think a lot of people forget, like with the new consoles and people just getting SD cards for their Switch, right? But the Wii U only had a 32 gig hard drive in it. If you got
Yeah,
the
the black
deluxe one, right? And if you got
Yeah.
the white one, you were screwed, right? Because it had the 8 gig. But
Yeah, until they allowed the external hard drive into it, because
right, and
when
they had to patch that in. Remember, like that didn't come.
yeah,
They didn't come until like what? Like I think when Wind Waker came out, so like a year later.
yeah, because the files weren't so big and everything, and once they put that patch in, dude, I had an external like that with the quickness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, I never used an external drive on my Wii U because at the time I was like, oh, who wants digital games? That's stupid. Uh, so, but I have a 32 gig SD card in my Wii U, but it's also like 10 years old at this point, and I'm really concerned because all my virtual console games are on there.
Mm-hmm.
From the Wii, like my Wii stuff is still on there.
Uh,
Which I guess like now it doesn't matter because of Nintendo Switch Online, but like I still have a lot of games on there that you can't really get now, you know?
yeah.
So it is what
So
it is, I guess.
yeah, I think another one that I definitely loved on Wii U, uh, that I definitely enjoyed. I mean, outside of Breath of the Wild and everything, I kind of liked goodness, what is that game? Wonderful 101. I liked it
Mm.
on the Wii U. And Yoshi's Crafted World, not Yoshi's Crafted World, sorry. Yoshi's Woody World. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
is. Yoshi's Woody World, man, I like the level design in it. It was kind of fun and everything, but I didn't expect the music to be a banger in that game.
Yeah.
It literally was the music in that game that just like, I don't know what they did top it, because Craft the World came out and I'm just like, oh my goodness, you guys got the right package, and I'm cracking up. But just the level design in Woody World was really good, and it kind of it kind of made it be like, yes, this game looks kiddie and looks for everyone, but if you're once again trying to get everything in that game, it is challenging as ever. That game does not play around if you're trying to do 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one more game I want to bring up before we get into our main topic is Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which I know it's on. I know it's on Switch now.
Yeah.
But like, talk about a game that really kind of utilized that second screen experience for a while. The way that it had like the text screen, because it was like, if for people who don't know, that game is like Persona. It's like Persona Light meets Fire Emblem, where like all of your they're called mirages in this game, and all of them are Fire Emblem characters, and it's just, I love seeing the Fire Emblem characters, and it's basically the closest thing we're going to get to like a Fire Emblem RPG, right?
Yeah.
And also Persona on Nintendo, apparently. So it's good. I recommend it, and if you have a Switch, I actually highly recommend it if you haven't tried it already. It's very Persona light. I would say it's probably more in the vein of like a Shin Megami Tensei game, but it kind of meets somewhere in the middle. But it does a really good job of implementing the Fire Emblem characters and dungeon design and relationships and all that kind of stuff.
Which is funny because that game really was infused. Yes, it was infused with Fire Emblem, but it was also infused with J-pop.
Well, the whole thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's really like music. It has some music based in it. It did, and it's, I'm breaking it up because Bayonetta 3 looks like it's going to be music based with its K-pop or J-pop kind of feel to it. So I kind of wonder, just like this. I'm not thinking of now, just thinking about it. Just this merge of them bringing this kind of genre of music into Nintendo games has been like outside parties, like second or third parties and stuff, and it works, and it's been working well for them.
Yeah, and I just think it's a really cool game. It's not like the greatest RPG of all time or anything, but it's just got it just has a lot of fan service in terms of Fire Emblem and mixing it with Persona and just doing really cool things. So
I think if you go back and watch the trailers and just listen to the music, man, it's so good. And I know that game changed over time from when they first showed it, but when it's the first or second trailer, I was just like, I need the soundtrack, I need the music, and people were telling me who the artist was when they sing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I may need to buy this for the music.
Yeah. So yeah, the music's really cool. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
So, our memories with the Wii U, being able to create our Miis. I remember when they first showed it off that people could play golf on it and things. They were able to chat on it, like video chat with it. Like the sensor that you would put your thumb in to relax, that you want to, imagine that would happen, but it never came out. Like I really could say the Wii U and Iwata was such a big deal and importance just to gamers, and Nintendo and everything. And he was very passionate about all the games that came out for Wii U. And if there was a delay, I love the fact that, and this is more for the Nintendo Direct side, I love the fact that he will bow down and apologize for the delay and stuff. But he, and people could say that it's a market, it may be in a marketing employee, but I feel like Iwata really wanted a lot of games for the Wii U to be successful. And some were and some weren't that came out for the console. But there was something about his charisma, his charm, really kind of got people to go out and buy the games, because I was all for it when the Iwata came and marketed the game. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that Iwata. I'm like, and the fact that they were breaking games down on Wii U. Uh, I love that happened. Just yeah, we get this announcement, but then they're breaking it all the way down, and just the way looking at Pikmin 3 and everything, I'm like, oh my goodness, this water, this fruit, and everything, and how Miyamoto was so jazzed about Star Fox Zero, and showing it off. It kind of just really, there was something about it that I was just so excited for when it came to Wii U and its titles.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it was an exciting console for me as a Nintendo fan. So,
yeah.
Speaking of Wii U games, Ed, we should talk about the
Yes.
ones. We should talk about the ones that we want to talk about. That did not come. Hasn't come to Switch yet.
So I'm gonna put this portion in your hands, Corey.
No, God. Okay, so I thought we would talk about. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. Not good for audio listeners. Sorry. Also, my eyes are like really bloodshot in this camera angle. It's like hanging out with Snoop Dogg or something.
Oh wow.
He's coming to Call of Duty, by the way. Did you see that?
No. Yeah. What?
Yeah, in like he's like an operator for Warzone. And there's like a whole pack of items that they have not revealed what is on yet. Anyways, we're going to talk about the Wii U games that have not made it to Switch yet. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of great ones that I think should absolutely make their way to Switch at some point. And we're just going to kind of talk about the ones that haven't come. I found a great list on Nintendo Life about this. They update it about every 6 months. Because that's about every 6 months a new Wii U game makes its way over. And yeah, we're just going to run down this list a little bit. And then we're going to talk about other games, first party or third party. Not a lot, Ed. Not like 30, okay. like a couple. And
I didn't write a list.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just trying to joke. Okay. Gosh.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, so the first game on this list is Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I think is like it's definitely the best Xenoblade game in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Like it plays like a Xenoblade game, but then you get to fly, like you get mechs in this game. And then like 70 hours in, you get to fly your mechs and fight dragons. It's like it's insane. This game is awesome. Yeah. And it really utilized that second screen, and I know that they really want Monolith came out and said that it would have to like really put some love and energy into porting this game because they would want to do it themselves. And we know they're working on Zelda. We know they're working on Xenoblade Chronicles 3. We know that they are working on that secret project that we talked about a couple years ago that we still don't know, yes. But it had like the red-haired protagonist kind of looking out over this kind of Xenoblade-esque city. Confirmed though, that art that we talked about that day, like 2 or 3 years ago, whenever that art came out, not Xenoblade 3. So this is their other project.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Which I still thought they would reveal that first before Xenoblade 3. I know.
I kind of thought they were too.
Shot.
I think they were, and then they saw the success of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Torna and the Definitive Edition, and they're like, we need to ride the Xenoblade high. So when we do have a new IP, people will be excited.
Yeah.
Ed's crinkling paper in the background. Ed, what are you doing? You're being a Laron. You're snacking. You're keeping snacks under your desk, and you're just snacking on the show. So yeah, let's see. There was a quote here at one point. Monolith, and they also so yeah. I don't know. They have a likelihood of a Switch port at a 5 out of 10, which I think is a little bit high at this point. I don't know. I would like to see this game come to Switch at some point, but
same.
I mean, It is what it is. Also, it's censored in the United States. Spoilers. Where in Japan they had a how do I want to say this? A female chest slider, and in the United States they did not, and a lot of fans were upset about that. So, but judging by the way the Switch is selling and have all these nice games on the store, I bet that slider would be reinstated.
Yes.
So,
give a few adjustments to the game. Let's just say.
Yeah. Yeah. Star Fox Zero, Ed.
Yes. I would love to have that come back. I think it was, I know a lot of people just like feel like it was too busy of a game, but I just love that the Miyamoto and the team were trying to be innovative with that game, and I think Star Fox really needed something innovative for it.
That game, I think a lot of people didn't like this game. So I'm not as down on it as a lot of other people are. I don't think it was a great game by any stretch. I think this game required a lot more coordination and movement than people wanted it to, right? Because so the way the game worked, for those who don't know, is like your ship was on the TV and you're using the joysticks to fly the ship, right? Like you normally would. But aiming required you to move the tablet, and on the screen was like what you were aiming at, and you had to try to like really aim with the tablet. And I think a lot of people just didn't really care for that motion. And so I think if they would just, this game actually would not be that difficult to port to the Switch. And I think they need to do a lot with the controls, but other than like in terms of aiming, but other than that, like I think this game would be a pretty solid release.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wasn't as down on it. I still don't think it's a great game. Far from it, but it was a serviceable Star Fox title.
Like I said, I love that they tried to innovate with the Star Fox.
Yeah. And Platinum developed it, so yeah, not the Bayonetta team though. It was the Transformers Ninja Turtles team. So you can keep that in mind. Gross. All right. NES Remix 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The family pack. That seems like a no-brainer. That seems like a Nintendo Switch online download game at this point.
You think so?
Yeah. I think that. I mean, I think that would be a really enticing way to at least get into the Nintendo Switch Online. Maybe not the $50 one, the $20 one though, for sure. This seems like that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not this one exactly, but what they could do is like what would have been cool is like every month with Nintendo Switch Online, they released a new game.
Like the game trial, in a sense.
Yeah, almost. But like, okay, this month's game is based on Super Mario 3. This month's game is based on Metroid. This month's game is based on Ice Climbers, right? Like they could do like individual... Because, you know, the remix... NES Remix was like a compilation of multiple games, right?
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, like, Nintendo Switch Online, they could do, like, every month or every 6 weeks or so. They're like, hey, a new NES Remix pack is coming, or NES Remix game is coming. This month is based on Ice Climbers.
Can I add, you know how they're doing the... where you get the bonus coins, the missions thing. They could probably add that to it. Mm-hmm. Be like, here go the mission for your daily missions for the week. Here's SNES Remix. We'll add like maybe a mini game every week, like a pack of 3 games every week, and you gotta complete them, and then you get like bonus coins or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think that one is, out of all of these, that one's like the no-brainer, easy one. But you know, Paper Mario Color Splash. We have a Paper Mario game on Switch now. This one's probably not coming, but it was. I don't know, Ed. I think you played this way more than I did.
Yeah, I think Color Splash should come to Switch. Because it didn't. I think it just didn't get a lot of love from a lot of people, and I think a lot of people will give this one a try. I know some people had their difficulty with Origami King, but I think Color Splash is really funny and it looks really good. And I would be fine if they care to just even do just an eShop version of this. I mean, that would be crazy not to do physical, but even if they did like an eShop for $50-$60 if they want to, or $40 to make it a budget title for the eShop, I would be fine. Or just like the Super NES remix 1 and 2, like if they do NSO, make this game a free month for NXO for like a game trial. Like I would do that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This game didn't get a lot of love because it was on the Wii U, but also it came out like 3 months before this major Switch reveal in January. Yeah. Right? I think this came out in October of that year, of 2016, and the Switch. Like they teased the Switch around Thanksgiving. When did they show the first trailer for the Switch?
They showed it in September of 2016.
Was it September or was it November? Are you sure?
September. Yep.
September? Okay, so like the Switch, we already knew the Switch, what it was called, what they were aiming to do, right? This kind of, I mean, at that point, everybody was probably already packing up their Wii U's and like, I'm taking this to trade in for that Switch.
Right, because I think Paper Splash was it a summer game?
Color Splash? October.
It was October. Okay. Yeah. So Switch had already, because it was making the Karen jokes and they were showing off of Skyrim and everything. And then later on they had announced that in February they were doing the presentation in Japan before it
was January. Came out. We watched it, right?
Oh, why did I think it was February for?
I don't know.
Okay.
But it was January. It was that like second week of January. Because we watched it. We watched it with all the Nerds Gone Rogue team.
Yeah.
And like we were all making fun of it because Nintendo is very deliberate about their translation and the translation was really bad.
Yeah, they couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah. So I mean the translation was, I shouldn't say that. Translation wasn't bad. It was very dry. Right?
Yes.
Because like when the Splatoon guy came out, he was very like really trying to be funny and nobody could understand him because we're all English people and he was speaking Japanese and then the translator was very not funny. So
right. It was a Ubisoft dude.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah. But I think we was watching it for the games for that one.
Yeah, I mean that's where we saw Octopath Traveler shown off for the first time and Splatoon 2, I think, and what ended up being...
to say 5.
Yeah, dude, that game took so long to come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's man, what a time to be alive. Ed's favorite game, Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yes.
Which I think we got Yoshi's Crafted World, so I doubt this is coming over at any point, especially because they ported it to the 3DS that year.
Yeah.
So.
Still, I would take a version on Switch.
I mean, I would take all of these games on Switch at some point, right? Especially the next two, right? Twilight Princess and Wind Waker.
It has to come. It has to come. I don't care. Double pack if you want to, or sell it separate. I don't care. It needs to be on Switch. It needs to.
Like, I would understand, as much as I want both these games, I understand if Twilight Princess didn't come because it's been released on 3 consoles already, right?
Mm-hmm.
The GameCube and the Wii, which it had its time to shine, right, on the Wii.
Yes.
And then the Wii U got the HD port, which is a great version. But I would understand if they didn't bring it because it's already been released 3 times, right? But they should still do it. Wind Waker, on the other hand, is the one Zelda game that's been on the 2 worst-selling Nintendo consoles of all time. And it hasn't had that big moment for itself, to, like, really shine.
Which is so weird because it was Game of the Year on GameCube, and I just don't know why people...
Because nobody bought a GameCube. Everybody was obsessed with the PlayStation 2. And then everybody started playing Halo on Xbox. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love the GameCube also. But, like, people were interested in other things at the time. You know? And also, Wind Waker was also probably overshadowed by Mario Sunshine and Metroid Prime that year. Because remember, Metroid Prime was like the best-selling game on the GameCube that year besides Mario Sunshine. It's outsold Wind Waker because nobody wanted the cel-shaded.
But then when people played it, they were just like, oh, we got it. It's a perfect 10. I mean, like, it was getting 10s and 9s. Like,
there is a ton of revisionist history on Wind Waker. Let's not pretend, right? I mean, nobody liked Wind Waker when it came out. No, I
loved it.
I know you loved it, Ed. I'm saying, like, a lot of people just didn't buy it because they were turned off by the art style, right? Especially after we got Ocarina of Time, which was one of the all-time greats, and then the Dark Zelda everybody wanted in Majora's Mask, and people wanted more of that. And they showed it at Space World when the GameCube was revealed, remember? Remember the demo, the GameCube demo of Link fighting Ganon in the Temple of Time?
What? I thought it was E3.
No,
because didn't they boot
No, it was Space World that year.
It was Space World?
It was Space World that year. It was like the last Space World.
Oh, wow.
And they showed off Mario 128, which never came out. They showed that Zelda game, which never came out. They showed something else too that never came out. They showed a bunch of games that never came out or turned into something else, right? Because Mario 128 ended up becoming Pikmin. That tech that they used in that demo ended up becoming Pikmin. And we never got that Zelda game. And this is the Zelda game that we got. And everybody was mad because I think people would have been less mad if they wouldn't have seen that demo, but that demo was so cool of Link fighting Ganon, and it was like the better looking Ocarina of Time that everybody wanted, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Wind Waker just deserves its spotlight, right? And it's next year's its 20th anniversary. So I could see it coming like next summer or something. Because remember, Nintendo wants to put out a new Zelda something every year.
Yeah. I think it was just, and it may, because, reading EGM and seeing it and just hearing people criticizing the game, but then reading the reviews and still, it was so weird to me that people kept talking about that game year after year that it came out. And that's why I was just like, how are you guys hating on, or not hating, displeased with this game, and it's still being talked about year after year, month after month? And then I think when people finally played it, I think when people finally played it on Wii U, they were like, oh, okay, now we see what it is. Because even when Breath of the Wild, before it came out, people were going through all the Zeldas. All the games, and they was getting their kids to play. Like, Wind Waker became kids' first Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, Wind Waker's a great Zelda game. I think it's wonderful, but I was also one of those people back then that was really mad that it wasn't the cool Zelda, right? This was a kid's cartoon, and I didn't want that. And then obviously I bought it because it was Zelda, and I liked Zelda, right? At the time. But it wasn't until I was like, I don't know, that when you get to that first main island after you leave the prison, that I really started to really like the game. I stopped being disgruntled cool guy and really got into it, and the rest is history. But I mean, I was one of those people who wanted Twilight Princess, and we got Wind Waker, right? Now, eventually we got Twilight Princess, and Twilight Princess is the best Zelda game, right? So,
well, in a sense that if Twilight and Wind Waker comes to Switch,
I think at this point it's a matter. I think it's a matter of when, not if. At this point,
Right, because then all we would really need at that time would be not Majora's Mask, Minish Cap, and the Oracle games.
Mm-hmm. And those will come via Switch Online probably.
Yeah, because if all of those 5 games come to Switch, you have the ultimate Zelda collection besides the CDIs
and the DS games. Don't forget the DS and the 3DS.
And the DS games, yes. So that would make 7.
So wait, that's only A Link Between Worlds, Spirit Tracks, and Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yes, it'll make those 3. Minish the Oracles, that would make 5. Because we got the remake of Link's Awakening, so we're fine. Right. We got.
Well, I mean, Zelda even if the Game Boy NSO stuff comes at some point, like that's still, you're still gonna get Link's Awakening on there. The Game Boy one.
They'd be crazy not to put it on there.
Yeah, well, I mean that game's awesome.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, man, did you put the Game Boy? Did you put the Game Boy version, or did you put the Game Boy DX version, like the color version? I'd say put both of them.
I mean, I think it depends on what you do with the library, though, right? I mean,
that is true.
Do you merge the Game Boy and Game Boy Color libraries into one library, or do you separate the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color? That's the question. Which I think you just put them all together at this point.
Because you already know the first thing I'm playing is Tetris. Like dude.
Yeah,
Courtney, you already know. If we see a Nintendo Direct and they announce that, I'm like, look, I'm getting home. I need you to stay up.
I mean, why do you think I charged my 3DS? It's because there's Tetris on there. I think every Nintendo console I own has some form of Tetris applied to it.
You pull your Tetris effect.
Yeah. So, any other thoughts on Twilight Princess or Wind Waker? What? I want to talk about Twilight Princess for a second.
Yeah.
That game gets a lot of hate, and I don't really understand why. Like, I mean, I get that Zelda, like those Zelda games were traditionally like really handholdy in the first couple hours to really try to teach you how to play the game and stuff. But like, Twilight Princess has the best 3D Zelda dungeons.
Thank you.
That game's dungeon. I get there's a lot of filler in between the dungeons, and it's really annoying. I get it. I understand. And like the wolf stuff is like, it's okay. It's not the best. Whatever. Minna is the best best companion character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dungeons are the best dungeons, and the Ganon fight is awesome.
Yes. The dungeon I think that's in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
It has one of my favorite special weapons. They call it the Dreidel of Death.
Mm-hmm.
But going through that level on that thing, treating it like a roller coaster, and fighting that dragon,
mm-hmm.
dude,
that's cool.
I was just like, this at that time, because I don't think Anuma was on it. I believe. I think that he was already taking over this other thing. He had to have a new team that worked on that game, because who creates a level like that?
Yeah.
Like how do you make Zelda dungeons?
Yeah.
And just make it that creative. Like I still love the ice mission as a level, and eating the soup to be gay. Just it's just like
the level you're talking about, the level with the snowman people, right?
Yeah,
they're so weird.
they are.
Gosh,
it's such a cool dungeon.
It is, because I mean, it doesn't even really feel like a dungeon. You're just in this you're just in this weird house that's out in the middle of the mountains, and you're just like, okay, and then you end up like racing on a snowboarding like it's like the most ridiculous thing, you know?
Yes.
But
like it's one of the games that I feel like, of course, I feel like it's an all-time classic, because it's a Zelda game that stands on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many. I know Wind Waker stands on its own. I know Breath of the Wild stands on its own. But Twilight Princess has done something that I don't know who has done anything creative like this when it comes to imitating a 3D Zelda game. Like even Nintendo themselves don't even do it.
Yeah.
You know. And I just feel like it's such an all-time classic. I feel like it's such a iconic, and I agree with you. The dungeon design in this game is amazing, and it feels like it. Yes, it is a dark story, but it has heart in it because you really feel for Midna in that game, and you really, and to me, you really want to save Princess Zelda because of the darkness that is over the Kingdom of Hyrule.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love Twilight Princess, and that's why I feel like it needs Twilight and Wind Waker needs to be on Switch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll pay $60 each if they want to for that collection to happen because I feel like they're both amazing.
I mean, I think they would release them separately at this point.
Yeah.
I know everybody wants like the 2-pack, but it's not. It's Zelda. It's their premier franchise, right? They're not gonna bundle them.
If they do, it's 120 like it's a Pokemon collection.
I mean, the only two I could see them bundling if they ever release native versions of them on the Switch would be the 3DS versions of Ocarina and Majora.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like, they probably still release them for $60 a piece.
And guess what? I will pay.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Shut up. All right. So this list. Dude, Discord is just blowing up right now for some reason. I don't really think we need to talk about Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Gross. That game was a really poor Mario Party clone with no mini games.
You know what? I think that's same Ray and like a Captain Toad. I think it'd be a nice budget game.
No, this is like a side game in Animal Crossing now.
Well, yes, but I think because of how big Animal Crossing is, I think some people will look into it who didn't have a Wii U. There may be like new interest in it.
I agree with you. But I also think it would be like an add-on to New Horizons at this point.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Animal Crossing just doesn't do it for me. Zombie U. Whatever. It was an interesting concept on the Wii U. It doesn't work without the tablet. I don't need it. They ported it to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, remember? It just says Zombie.
Yeah,
without the tablet, and it just like took all of the tension away.
I don't even know. I think nobody brought it. I think it's just tanked on those systems.
Yeah, I think it was a Xbox Games with Gold game at one point, and that's how I got it on the Xbox, and it's just not. It's not very good. It wasn't good on the Wii U. Like, no offense, it was an interesting concept. Like, it was really. Yeah. I got to give it to Ubisoft. Right, they're always there for Nintendo, at least at launch. Right.
Yes.
The Wii had Red Steel, really interesting game. Didn't really work out. Red Steel 2 though,
great,
good game.
Yes.
I know I don't talk very highly of the Wii a lot, but Red Steel is a good game. Zombie U, right? Mm-hmm. Interesting concept, not great. Cool concept. It was like they utilized the Wii U tablet more than Nintendo did, I feel like. And then the Switch, obviously, Mario plus Rabbids was just like a massive hit. And then Ubisoft turns around the next year and makes the best Star Fox game ever in Starlink. So,
yep.
I have the R-Wing sitting on my shelf over there from the physical edition. So. I don't know where the little people are that go with it. I mean, Fox is inside, but there's 2 other little people that came with it, and I don't know where they went.
Oh, well.
Not that it matters. I don't even know who they were. But, yeah, I don't think we need Zombie U.
Yeah, it just, that game didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, interesting concept. I think when they had the not cutscene, when they was showing it off, before it was like the actual game, just like the ideal of it, it really had a lot of tension. It kind of in a way did what Dead Island did in a sense. And then when the game came out, it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I get what it is.
Remember when they first showed it off, like literally the year before?
Mm-hmm.
It was that weird alien invasion game.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, we're going to make it zombies instead. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sonic Lost World is another one on this list.
You could know, because
that game was really fun, but the Switch already has two better Sonic games on it, in Sonic Mania and what was the other one? Sonic Colors Ultimate, which was the Wii game.
Not so much Colors.
I like Colors. And Sonic Frontiers is coming out, so I doubt we'll see this.
Well, only reason why I do love Colors. I love it on the Wii. Switch version, they haven't patched all the bugs with it and it crashes. So that's the only reason.
I didn't play the Switch version. I played the Wii version, and I'm just saying that game was better than Sonic Lost World.
Yes. The Wii version, yes. I will say Sonic Lost World does have some great level design. I do like the presentation of the level design, so I will give it that. I actually like Sonic Generations. I kind of would love to see that on Switch.
I like Sonic Generations. I'm shocked that they haven't found a way to bring that over yet.
Yes.
But speaking of Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. This game, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, is actually a very awesome racing game.
Yeah,
it's like a mix. It's like a mix between Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing. Because you can like switch your vehicles at will. I mean, obviously Diddy Kong Racing, you had to pick your vehicle at the beginning, but All-Stars Racing Transformed is like, that game's awesome. So I know we have Team Sonic Racing, right, which is an okay sequel, but this game is way better.
Give me Transform. Yeah, give me the Transform.
This game's awesome. Highly recommended.
I prefer it over Crash Racing.
Yeah. So yeah, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. Better get it. Deus Ex Human Revolution's director's cut. I think a lot of people think that this was actually like the definitive version of Deus Ex at that point, because they redid all the bosses.
Yeah,
remember that was like the big selling point, is like they redid all the bosses because nobody liked the bosses in the original.
They were hard.
Yeah, and so they redid all the bosses, and this was like a really interesting, cool way to do it, and they fixed it, and everybody loved this version that played it.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't really do a lot for like the tablet or anything, but I just remember a lot of people really liked this version of the game.
I think this was this one of first Square Enix games?
I think it might have been the only one.
It might have. I think so, because we were shocked that it was even come to Wii U.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh.
Yeah, and the director's cut only came to Wii U. It didn't come to anything else, which was crazy. Right,
because even the games didn't, like the 360 and the PS3 version didn't get patched. Or was it PS4? No, PS3. Yeah, those old versions didn't get patched.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they didn't get patched at all. So, yeah, I would actually probably play that at this point.
I would. I think I would play it on easy on this one. Only reason because I played most of it on the other systems. I think, with the way that it is, I'm like, yeah, I'll play this on easy just to blow through the game, just to get the story on it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Watch Dogs. I played Watch Dogs on the Wii U. It was not very good.
I played Watch Dogs on the other consoles, and it still wasn't good.
Man, this was really hard to play on the Wii U. I tried, right? I mean, I think I was like one of like 10 people who bought Watch Dogs on the Wii U.
Yeah, because you was able to find it. We could have
I pre-ordered it
nowhere.
I pre-ordered it. That was the only way you could get it.
We didn't even know that pre-orders was going on because we thought that it would be in the stores. Like here at Toys R Us,
I pre-ordered it because it was supposed to come out with the 360 and PS3 versions.
And then they delayed
They delayed it by 6 months. And by the time it came out to Wii U for $60, it was like you could find it for less than $10 on Xbox One and PS4.
Because they put it on. Yeah, they delayed it to put it on the other systems.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it wasn't even finished. Like, I don't even think they did development for the Wii U version. Because what ended up happening was that people brought it, it sold a million, but Mario Kart 8 dropped like a week or two later, and it dominated on Wii U.
Something came out right when Watch Dogs came out on Wii U. I forget what it was, but
yeah, because when you bought that was when I bought Mario Kart 8. When I bought Mario Kart 8, that's how I got Pikmin 3 for free. Because it was just like, if you buy, I think it was at Toys. I don't know if it was anyone else. No, this was a Nintendo promotion. If you bought Mario Kart 8 physically or maybe even digitally, you get to choose from 4 games and get that whole $60 game for free. Yeah. And so I had all the other 3. So Pikmin was the only one that I need. So I got that digital version of Pikmin 3. That was a really cool deal. Like, you got 2 games for like pretty much $30 each if you think about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, Watch Dogs on Wii U was it was an interesting time. So,
I will say I would love to see Watch Dogs 2 come to Switch. That one was way better than the first one.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt either one are coming, but that would be the one that to put on the Switch at some point.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move into the last ones are all Nintendo published games, which this one is quite surprising. Man, remember when this game came out? It was so bad. Devil's Third.
Ooh.
People were excited though because it was Itagaki's first game since Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah.
And people were excited.
Go research the history of that game. Because how in the world it was supposed to come out on Tecmo, or he had left Tecmo at that time. It was an Xbox 360 exclusive. It lost the exclusive, and then it was just like Nintendo picked it up to put it on their system, and they actually released it on the Wii U. I don't know any physical copies. I know they sold it. I think only GameStop carried it.
I had it at one point, and I traded it in because it was bad. But now it's like worth a ton of money because they didn't make any. They didn't make very many copies of it. Let me see. I gotta look this up. Let's see. It's selling on. Jeez, I should have held on to that. It's selling a sealed copy of Devil's Third on eBay is like $600.
Dang.
So, yeah, that's
Nope. And it's funny because that was the only game that he made from his company.
Yeah, Valhalla shut down at some point soon after that, right? So
yeah,
or he left or something. I don't remember. But yeah, look up Devil's Third. It's a really strange game. Unless you have $700 and you want to play it, but it's not worth $7. So
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. I think this game would be an awesome Switch game, except for the fact that you would have to play it in handheld mode. Well, I guess you could use the pointer to draw on the TV, but this is one of those games that requires drawing on the tablet and drawing a path, and because like what I really liked about this game, though, we talked a lot about this game when it came out. This was some of the first things we talked about on Pavlok, I think, was the art style for Rainbow Curse and how Nintendo was really being creative, right? It came out, right before or right after Woolly World? And we were really talking about how Nintendo was really taking liberties with art style on its kind of like B-tier games and how awesome the clay look was for Kirby.
That was the thing about it. That claymation was so smooth in that game. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, remember the opening cutscene? You would have sworn it was like a stop motion diorama.
Yeah.
Because of how clean it looked, right? I mean, Nintendo was doing some really graphically intensive stuff on the Wii U at the time, right? Woolly World really, and even Crafted World really looks like real craft work, right? And
yes,
Epic or Rainbow Curse looked like a clay diorama, and Pikmin with its environments and its fruit. We still, I mean, it's kind of a Pow Block meme at this point, but we talked a lot about Pikmin's fruit.
Yeah.
So
just like it looked like it's the best fruit that I've seen in the video game because it looks so real, and it's just it's mouth watering. I'm not gonna, with some of the water detail that was on it, I'm like, dang, this is insane.
Yeah,
on how good this game looks.
Yeah. Game and Wario. We already got a WarioWare game.
Yeah,
and this one was not great. This game always sticks out in my mind, actually, and I always felt really bad. But like, my wife got me this game for my birthday, or maybe for Christmas or whatever, at some point. Like this, literally this, either like right after our 1 year anniversary or like shortly after of dating, and she bought me a bunch of Wii U games, and I was really appreciative of it, right? But we sat down to play this game because I thought it would be one that we could actually play together. And I verbally out loud said, and I said it without thinking, and I verbally said, this game sucks. And she had bought it for me. Like, and had kind of like, I mean, we were living together at that point, and like we were already planning like a future or whatever, but like she's bought games for me, and this was one of them that I had asked for. And I said it out loud, and I just felt really bad. I was like, this game sucks. And as soon as I said it, I felt like almost mortified that I said that in front of her, you know?
Oh no.
But yeah, this game sucks. I don't want it. Star Fox Guard, which was like the pack-in game with Star Fox Zero. It was really interesting. Yeah. It was actually that, what was it? That it was like one of the Wii or Wii U tech demos that they turned into a game.
Yeah.
It's like that security, like Wii Watch or something.
I think it'd be a nice NSO game.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing is too, though, it requires the gamepad, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game was cool. I just it won't come because it requires the gamepad.
Yes.
Another game I would really like to see, maybe not this version, but a version of it, is Nintendo Land. Is the last game on this list.
Nah.
It's an interesting game. I really liked Nintendo Land.
So I could say I've never played it. Something about it just didn't interest me in getting it.
The Donkey Kong roller coaster kind of guiding thing was really cool. The Metroid game was pretty cool. The problem with this game is the Luigi's Mansion kind of top-down puzzle-y game was pretty interesting also. The thing is like this game really required you to have a bunch of people around with Wii remotes, and like I just didn't have that at the time, so I really didn't get a lot out of it, but I really liked what I played.
Understandable. Yeah, for me, because I didn't have it, and it didn't look interesting to me. Yeah, I think for a budget title game, like if they did it for like $30, yeah, if they could get it to work, I would play. Now I will say this. I would take this over 1-2 Switch.
Oh yeah. I mean, 1-2 Switch is not great. Unless you're my nephews who think it's the greatest game of all time. Gosh, dude, every time they come over, they're like, Can we play the sword catching game? Can we milk cows? And I'm like, no.
And then they end up doing it.
Play some good games. But that's all the games on this Nintendo Life list. I didn't know if you had any other games you wanted to talk about. I am kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of interesting games, but also a lot of the games, I think a lot of the games I would have picked have already kind of made its way or are coming. You know, I think the big one for me would be like a Mass Effect trilogy would be an interesting get.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts was on my list, but they gave us those crappy cloud ports, so.
Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. Pushmo World. Pushmo World I would definitely bring the Switch. I know we talked about it.
Great. God, Pushmo's so good, man.
Yeah. Mario versus Donkey Kong, Tipping Stars was on Wii U. We already got Lego City Undercover. But like Mario and Donkey Kong, yeah, it's been a while since we had that. We got Tropical Freeze. I kind of would like a whole collection of the Donkey Kong Country games.
Yeah, I would actually really like Donkey Kong Country Returns, just so like you could have a nice HD version of that game. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like some. We talk about Tomb Raider a lot coming over.
Excuse me.
Which would be cool. I actually really would like those games on there. Remember, there was that collection that was rumored for a while. But
yeah,
I don't know if they would ever. I would even take like the Tomb Raider Legend trilogy also at this point.
I would. I think Square is not good at cloud games. I don't know who does their service, but yeah,
I don't want cloud games at all. I don't. It can be an option, but I don't want them. You know,
that I agree. But I feel like if you're gonna do a cloud version of a game, do it with someone who really knows what they're doing.
My thing now is like you brought like WB and CD Projekt brought The Witcher over via Saber, right?
Yeah.
Doom and Wolfenstein are there. WB is obviously bringing Hogwarts Legacy over in some capacity now, right? Which is it's going to be like this huge RPG. Like, there's no excuse now, you know. Yeah. The game could be obviously not the best version of the game, but there's no excuse to like put these cloud versions on here now, you know.
Right.
That's my opinion. I know game development is hard, and I'm sure porting down is extremely difficult. But like, there's no excuse now. Square is a big enough company who works on Switch games. Why can't they put Kingdom Hearts on Switch, right? WB, huge company working hard to put games on Switch. You know, they are. And I would like to see Gotham Knights be put on Switch at some point now too. If you're gonna put Harry Potter, you might as well put Gotham Knights on there. But
I still fight for Titanfall 2 to be on Switch. I'm like, I know EA I know EA really don't support Nintendo in that manner. I know Respawn is working on Star Wars and whatever, but as many times that even with Apex Legend that tried to push Titanfall 2, it still didn't do numbers. So I would try to push that game on Switch. I would do as much as I can to get that game on Switch, because that whatever comment that y'all made, it backfired on y'all. Because now look at how popular the system is selling, and people in your own development company, is playing it at work. So there's no reason why Titanfall 2 shouldn't be on Switch. What money y'all gonna do? You lost a lot of money when it was on the Xbox One and PS4, so it shouldn't be no different. With Switch will probably actually put y'all in the black or make y'all money if y'all put some time and effort into it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like really intense games on the Switch right now, right? We already talked about The Witcher, which is like, that's the game you point to and be like, that why? First of all, why did that come to Switch? You know, don't get me wrong, very happy. I like the Switch version a lot, but why is that on the Switch? Why is Doom on the Switch? Why is Doom Eternal on the Switch? Bulletstorm, Alien Isolation, You know, like these games are massive.
Dude,
Civilization, first of all, like let's look at Civilization from just like a computing mathematical processing standpoint.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's just insane.
It boggles my mind that the game showed up on a Nintendo Direct and it was like, yeah, cross save and cross progression.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
I mean, 2K did that whole thing where they showed off Borderlands and
BioShock,
XCOM, and Civilization, right? Where they did that whole marketing thing of 2K loves Switch, right? And those were the games that they showed. And I get it. Like Borderlands, it's not exactly the best way to play Borderlands. I mean, I would argue Borderlands isn't like a great game anyway, but that's my opinion. But like the Borderlands is on there with complete split screen. It's split screen multiplayer, first of all, which is insane. Yeah. It is full on online multiplayer, and it's there. All the DLC is there.
Yeah.
You know, Hellblade, right? It's not a big game, but it is definitely at the time a graphically intensive game.
Yes, and I think before Microsoft bought Ninja Theory, when that announcement was, because I don't know if Microsoft owned Ninja Theory at that time when that announcement got made. I don't think so.
I mean, they were close.
They were close, or it probably was.
I mean, even if they did, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, Microsoft is playing nice with Nintendo anyway, for the most part.
I was so excited that Ninja Theory was making something for Nintendo, because I was just like, not only do I have Tecmo on my platform for action games, I have Platinum Games on my platform. If they would have got in the Capcom, but if they would have got Ninja Theory and it was just like, man, Ninja Theory, if you could talk to Namco, Bandai Namco, and get enslaved on the Switch, you would do money. Even if Nintendo went to Ninja Theory and be like, we also want you to make a game. We want you guys to make Hammer, or something.
Oh man, Ninja Theory Project Hammer game would be awesome.
Dude. And they have the ability and story to tell it. Now it may
hold on. We should probably explain what Project Hammer is first.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of people that probably don't even know what that is. It was like this weird kind of it was this Wii game that they showed off the year before the Wii was released, right? That first year they showed off, and all they showed was the remote, right? And it was Project Giant Robot, Project Hammer. And I think they probably showed Mario in some capacity. But like Project Giant Robot, by the way, became that robot Labo kit. So which was a really cool way to put that in there. But that's besides the point. Like a ninja, and so it was just like this, you were this character who wielded a giant hammer and you swung the Wii remote to fight enemies, and they showed some destruction stuff. And but the combat was really kind of interesting in the tech demo, and man, Ninja Theory with their combat would be just chef's kiss, I think.
Yeah. That was one of my dreams with Ninja Theory, because playing their games, and even though I played Heavenly Sword late, playing DMC Devil May Cry and Enslave, I became a really big fan, and they felt like we know action and everything, but we want to mix story and we want to make it very cinematic. We want to have a presentation that really has some meaning and depth, and they've been so good at it.
Yeah.
And just to be like, man, I always felt like even if Nintendo didn't get to work with Ninja Theory, to have something on their console for them was my idea. And then when I seen Hellblade come, I was just like, I have to support it. Like, I bought it on PS4, I bought it on Xbox One, and I bought it on Switch. It like, that's how much you support a company, even though it's the same game. I really was glad that they did that.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to look at Ninja Theory's combat, and I know this game wasn't very well received, but the combat, they did a lot of different styles of combat, was Ninja Theory's Bleeding Edge. Remember Bleeding Edge came out to Game Pass?
Yes.
And there's a lot of interesting combat styles, and some of it was awesome, some of it was just like meh, but like they tried a lot of different things in terms of combat, and it was really neat to see in one game. But just, I know I want to talk about games that we want to see on the Switch, but like think like when we're getting these cloud versions of games and stuff, there's 3 games in particular. I already talked about The Witcher, right? But Fortnite is a massive game.
Yeah.
Remember when it came to Switch, how big of a deal that was?
Yeah.
And that, like, Fortnite was kind of dying, I would say. Not dying, but, like, people were starting to fall off and find other games, right? But then when it was announced for Switch, I feel like it gave Fortnite that second wind, you know? And it brought people in who didn't really want to play Fortnite, but they had Switches, and they were like, oh, Fortnite's free. I'll download it, see what it is. It really, like, I know a lot of people who play Fortnite are playing on PC and obviously moved on to Xbox and PlayStation or PC if they really wanted to play it. But, like, the Switch version really breathed some life into that game.
Yeah, everybody was playing it. People were playing on Switch, and the moment they said, yeah, it's cross-play, and the controversy with Sony, whatever. But people were playing against PC players. People were playing against Xbox players. I think the day that E3 that it dropped because it went live, I think it had crossplay automatically.
I think the Switch. I think the Switch had. It took like a month to patch it in, or something. But still came to Switch, and Switch at that point had like 40 million units out at the time. 50 million units.
People were playing it.
Yeah. But Fortnite is one game, and then Warframe is the other game I point to.
Yeah.
Which, like, it's not like a super intensive game, but also it's like a live service game that lives on the Switch. Like, a lot of people play it on the Switch because they can take it with them, and there's cross progression, right, with the PC version, and maybe the other versions too. I don't know. I just remember it was a big deal because it was one of those games that got PC cross support almost instantly.
Yeah.
And it was just really one of those. I mean, I played Warframe for like a couple weeks. It was okay, but like I was already super into Destiny and, you know, these other things, so I kind of fell off. And then the reason why I stopped playing it is because people were saying that remember when they released a patch and it started bricking Switch systems?
Yeah.
And they had to like reverse the patch. That's why I stopped playing it, is because, and then I never went back. It was a neat game though. But yeah, I mean, in terms of games that I would just really love to see on the Switch, especially now that have come out in the last, like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years. I'm gonna pull up some recent games.
Well, like I still say, like DLC Devil May Cry, I still want. We mentioned Tomb Raider. I mentioned Watch Dogs under 2. I still want Persona 3 Fest and Persona 4.
Well, those games are coming, right? They have. I think those games are coming.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about Persona 5 being on Switch or even Royal being on Switch. I'm not worried about that. I wanted
I think people want 3 and 4, right?
Yeah. Like, because Fez is literally it's a PS2 game, but it's so good. And Persona 4, everybody calls that the Scooby-Doo version of Persona, but they enjoyed it. They really liked it. And I think, you know, Atlas can like really do some good work, because Atlas been making some good profit on Switch with a lot of their games. So I could see 3 and 4 coming to Switch that I will.
Yeah. I just kind of want more. adventure-y games. Like I already mentioned Gotham Knights. I think if you're going to put Harry Potter on there, I don't see why you don't put Gotham Knights on. But
so I was thinking, well, the Arkham games and stuff. I actually was thinking of another EA game, that Medal of Honor reboot. I know we didn't. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
Nobody wants that game.
But let me tell you, I really enjoyed it on PS3, and
I thought people liked the first one, the first reboot.
It was the Warzone, or the second one
Warfighter.
Warfighter. That questionable content of the game was a mess. That was a ridiculous mess, and I think that was the downhill of DICE engine, because it's just like, yeah, you guys got beautiful buildings falling, but the gameplay was questionable content. Now, EA, I don't know how you're going to do this, but I don't care. I need Army of Two the 40th day on Switch. I would pay $60 to have all 3 games, but I want 40th day on Switch.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I mean, Mass Effect, I already said. I think that would be interesting. I think that would be a really great.
I think people will
portably.
I think people will buy Skate 3 on Switch.
Skate would be interesting. By the way, that Shredder's game just came out on Xbox on Game Pass.
And it got torn to pieces.
Did it? I thought people were liking it.
Some people enjoyed it. Some people were just like, yeah, this is a 5 or 6. Like, some people did not enjoy it or anything. They said some of the tricks and stuff are hard to pull off. They said it makes it look. People were looking at the video, it makes it look easy, but when you're actually trying to do stuff, no, it's not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's not doing as well as I thought. It's sitting at a 67 on Metacritic. That sucks. I was kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah, because that was the same.
Speaking of snowboarding games, you know what needs to come back? You know what needs to come to Switch? SSX.
SSX. Yeah. Can I get 1080 also? 1080 snowboarding? No, never mind, because that'll be on NSO. Never mind.
I mean, they could do a new 1080 and a new they could do a new 1080 and a new Wave Race and a new. What's the other thing that they put
F-Zero?
No. There's something along the lines of 1080 and Wave Race.
Was it Excitebike?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Excitebike could probably come back too. I think that'd be cool. But
yeah, because I thought 1080 was like a very interesting take on snowboarding. Cool soundtrack too. And Wave Race, a lot of people loved. I
loved Wave Race. I loved Blue Storm on the GameCube.
Blue Storm
was awesome.
Dang it!
I wasn't a big 1080 guy. Mostly because I think I was more into Tony Hawk than snowboarding. Also, SSX came out like a couple years later, and SSX was weird because it was a great snowboarding game. Yeah, and I remember Eminem played one of the characters in SSX, and I was really into Eminem at the time. And I really wanted SSX because of that.
Oh, wow.
I mean, a good thing I ended up liking the game, but, I mean, I think SSX, it was...
Can I say Beautiful Joe 1 and 2 before you go on? I would love...
Yeah.
Like, come on, Capcom. Beautiful Joe 1 and 2, man, great games. Fantastic games.
So, yeah, I mean, I think we've covered most of the games that I think I would want. I mean, the big ones right now would be Tomb Raider. I don't know. I think
Skies of Arcadia, Power Stone, like Dreamcast stuff.
Okay, yeah, yeah, but you could put Dreamcast games on NSO.
I know, but
although Skies of Arcadia Legends HD would probably be really interesting because of because Legends had that extra stuff in it. Remember when all those Dreamcast games started coming to GameCube and they put all that extra stuff in, like Battle, like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle had that extra, I think it was actually like a battle mode in it and a couple extra levels. Skies of Arcadia Legends had a bunch of extra stuff in it. Sonic Adventure DX had like a whole extra zone you could go into. Crazy Taxi had different stuff in it.
God, Crazy Taxi came to GameCube. Oh my goodness.
They ported almost all their games to GameCube and Xbox. Shenmue 1 and 2 ended up coming to Xbox, I think.
Did GameCube get NFL 2K?
Yeah. They even got the college game, NFL or NCAA football 2K.
Really?
2K did 2 years of college football. And I had them both at one point.
I remember there were bigger games on PS2 and Xbox like in the later years, but I didn't know if they brought those games to GameCube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was kind of a challenge because the GameCube had 3 less buttons than the other consoles at the time. Because you couldn't click the sticks, right? And it had 1 less shoulder button, which their way around that, I don't know, was weird. Where like the Z, like you held down the Z button, and then it made the other 2 shoulder buttons act as different buttons. So that was like a weird workaround. It still didn't work very well because a lot of the times you wouldn't press the Z button hard enough, or you would forget entirely, and then it would just change up the flow of the game. But
did you ever play Freedom Fighters from EA? It was like that it was like a 4-man like combat game. I think it was cover based. I know Kill Dot Zone was a cover based game by Ben and Namco, but that's going way back to Xbox and PS2.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any other games recently. I don't know. I think. Man,
I know we haven't really touched on fighters, but maybe the
yeah, but there's fighters. There's fighters on the Switch. Injustice, I think, would be a cool game to have.
Yeah,
I have Injustice on the Wii U, and it was pretty good.
I think the Nintendo version of Tekken Tag Tournament would be fun. With the Mario outfits and stuff.
Yeah, the Wii U version of Tag Tournament 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting, probably. So, I don't know. I don't really have any other games. I mean, I'm kind of satisfied.
Can I end on saying that? Can I end on by saying I would need the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2? Just to give me a remaster of that game.
Well, remember when they made the HD version for Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation, whatever their thing was, and it was just the PlayStation 2 version, which is like the character nobody liked. Remember, Xbox had Spawn.
Yeah, Hahachi was on PS2 because of Tekken.
Yeah, and that game ended up coming to Xbox Live Arcade with Hahachi instead of Spawn, and everybody was pissed.
Because this literally would be the craziest thing. That I know Sony does a lot of stuff with Evo for games that are on their platform. People would enter that game, enter the tournament to play the Switch version. They would be able to do Zelda on it and everything. If Nintendo said it's okay and give them the go ahead, bam, people would literally watch Evo. I would.
Yeah. So shout out, by the way. I know we're kind of running along, and we should probably wrap this episode up, but. Couple shout out to some Wii games I think should actually make their way over. Last Story, some sort of HD version. Pandora's Tower, some sort of HD version. The Metroid Prime trilogy should probably make its way over at some point. Please hurry up.
Of course. Yes.
Zack and Wiki I think should get an HD version.
Yes. The Joy-Cons are right for them.
Mm-hmm. I would say Klonoa, but it's coming. Klonoa 1 and 2 are both coming. What was the other? I mean, I guess you could throw Other M in there, but
A Boy and His Blob remake. I know that's coming to Switch, but it's
already on. It's digital only.
Did they release? Oh, they did only digital. Okay, I was wondering if they were doing physical because
I mean maybe there's like a limited run or super rare. version of it, but it was definitely a digital.
This is the thing about it. I didn't know it had a release date. I know they announced it, but I don't know if they had a trailer for a release date or anything. Because I somehow missed it. Because I love it on the Wii. And when I found out that it was coming to Switch, I'm like, yeah, because I want to get it. I need to put it down on my wish list and be like, Eddie, the game is ready to go. You need to buy it.
Shout out to Rayman Origins. We have Legends,
yes,
but Origins I think still a little bit better in some ways. Not always, just some ways. Muramasa and the Demon's Blade, I think, should come over. Do you remember that game, that Vanillaware game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Still got my Wii version. Love that game.
Yeah. So. But that's it. I'm done. No more games. I mean, I think some people would like to see like Dead Space come at some point. Anyways, Ed, get us out of here. Leave me alone.
You guys, yes, you guys can find me on Twitter at @RetroCode. You can check more out of Nintendo Expansion Pass on bossrush.net and on our YouTube page. You can also, get this early by joining us on Patreon for just $1. Corey, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at IamCoreyNHD. You can also find me hosting the Boss Rush podcast and hosting Nintendo Power Block and various other things here on the Boss Rush Network.
Yes, my Instagram, everybody is also at @RetroCode.
Yeah. Good job, Ed. Way to change it after like 4 years of begging you to change it.
I took your advice. We'll talk about that later. But everybody, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Let us know what you guys think in our Discord. We want to know what games would you want to see on Switch from the Wii U era or any video game era if you could bring it to the console. But then, everybody, we'll see you next time on Nintendo Expansion Pass. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.